Welcome to NIO House. Please follow me. Here you have the flagship car from NIO, the EP9, the first car they ever made in 2014. That's designed to go around the tracks. It held the record on the Nürburgring for the longest time, which has been sadly overtaken, but we're still working on getting back to it.
Overtaken by who?
I think it's by the Porsche. I'm not really sure, but we'll beat them eventually. From there, they have managed to start a branding of both the SUVs. The ES8 was the first one they made, and now just this week they launched the ET7 as well. So we had a few sales of that. Please come with me and take a look of how the cars both look and feel. Because in the back here you also have the newest version, the ET5. This is the brand new car that's made for 2023 launch in March. So this is a bit smaller sedan. This one is the same size basically as the ES8. So it's made mostly for city life, and if you want to go to from the office and back home again, where you have availability for parking spaces and such. The comfort is incredible. So if you want to either bring guests around or just go to meetings, it's the perfect car for you, really.
Have you started deliveries on this or not?
Yes.
Already?
Yeah,
deliveries.
we had another one in the showroom just yesterday, but it's already been sold, so it's being delivered today or the next week. So yeah.
So is that the first ET7 sold in Norway, or?
The first one delivered. We have several ones sold already. They're getting ready for delivery in November, the rest of them, because the delivery time is pretty short at the moment, about 6 weeks, which is a huge advantage, of course, in today's market. We have a concept here where we try to build more of a community and a community feeling, where you can bring your whole family either to browse the cars or just to actually enjoy the city and what we have to offer around us here. We try to do both kickoff launches, and we always work on creating events that will be interesting if you are in the NIO family already. So we try to have meetups, and you have football tournaments, and you have activity days where we try to actually engage with them and get some feedback as well to figure out how we can improve ourselves. It's mostly about actually having an engaging community where you can feel like you have a sense of coming from the same background, really. So when we get down here, we have the standard, two standard NIO collections from Tom Dixon and Hussein Chalain. Those are the international brands that are collaborating with NIO from the whole market. And we also have two local artists here, Annette Moy and Sandra Blikkås. These will be unique for the Norwegian market, so they can only be bought in Norway. If you go to NIO in Germany or in China, you will find different artists there that we collab with. It's all about trying to be sustainable and finding artists that collab with the same ideals that we have. Some of the materials are recycled and reused from what we use to manufacture the seats in the cars. So it's all about trying to have the same level of sustainability and build on trying to leave as small a footprint as possible.
These are all like excess materials from the production of the car.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. And here is where you use most of your points. When you shop here in NIO Life, if you have NIO points, you're more than welcome to use them when you're buying these accessories. And they can also be used in the cafe that we'll get to, where we can try out the local drinks of NIO. Yeah, I think our approach is something they appreciate in the Chinese market as well. And the ownership, they were here like 2 weeks ago for the 1-year anniversary of the showroom, and they really liked the way we approach talking with customers and how we approach the use of the house and the community building feeling.
Interesting, because in China it's exclusive for the NIO user, you know, like the sales floor, the showroom is everybody can enter, but then like the NIO house, like cafe, the office, little conference rooms, that's all only for the NIO user. It's like a private space, like WeWork kind of. But here is like everybody can use. It's like a real community public space, so it's kind of kind of different, kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. And here you have like the auditorium where you can have presentations, and you can have kickoffs, and you can have concerts, just with the use of the electronic systems as well. Where we had some local Norwegian artists, Madcon, have been having a kickoff here as well, for a closed event. And if you come over here, you have the first exhibition as well. This is from the Danish designers that will mainly show the plans and the execution of NIO House here. We will gladly offer this set of wall and availability if you have a local kickoff event for the afternoon usually. Then you can display other subjects that's more important for your kickoff and your branding at that moment. Down here is the first of our collaboration zone, where you can have a local kickoff, or you can actually just work on your projects, or just have a sit down if you're in town. This is for everyone, either if you're a NIO user or not, because we want to be able to let people know that it's not a dangerous place to go, and we want to be able to be somewhere you can actually approach. Because of course, when you're looking at everything here, where the floor that's meant to represent water, and the wood on the walls is representing the mountains, and everything in the ceiling is to represent the sky, it looks very, it can somewhat feel intimidating at first because of the high quality, but we want to make sure that everyone will feel welcome when you get here. Over here we have an example as well, because we have just today we have a collaboration with NIO Denmark that's having a few meetings here now. They're also here to try to learn how we do things, because they want to observe and learn. So they're doing their own thing over here. And then we have the meeting rooms that are reserved for bookings, but those happen online. And everyone that wants to acquire about them and get an inquire, they will gladly find a slot as well.
And if there's no bookings, anybody can come and play ping pong or something?
Yes, that's open for everybody. So especially on Saturdays, we have a lot of teenagers coming in throughout the day, and they just want to play a bit of ping pong, which I think is nice, really, because it's all about trying to give them something where they can actually relate and feel welcome, because there's not that many places in the city where you can come and do that. So we try to greet everyone with respect, because I think if you greet them with respect, they will treat you with respect as well. So it's about how we actually perceive people as well. So right now they're not being used in the big office, but the smaller ones are having their own workforce, either work from home or just local meetings. So here's also a part of the community hangout area, where we've had a lot of people on pregnancy leave come in and have meetings, because they as well want to have somewhere they actually can meet up. And people have been working from home as well, either during the pandemic or just now when they're working on a hybrid model, because you're able to actually get out of your own house and come to somewhat more refreshing scenery. The last thing we've included here as well is more for the kids, and how we want to be able to attract the whole family, because we understand, of course, that for the youngest ones it's not that interesting to talk about the cars all day and the different specs. They do, but they also love the Playroom as well. So this is a bit more dimmed down. It's especially well used from NIO users as well. If they bought a car, they will gladly come in here if they're out with the kids in the city, where you can just have a chilled few hours and sit down, really.
So would you say that more of the people that come here just to work and stuff are NIO users, or there's people from the general public?
General public, actually, at the moment. I think because we're starting to be more visible, more people are coming in as well. In the beginning, I think mostly NIO Life users and NIO users came here, but now it's much more 70-30 public NIO users.
And do you think that there's people who come, they know it's like a car company, or they just think it's a space that has cars and has coffee? Is it? Yeah,
they have no clue what it is, really. They don't even know what NIO is in the beginning. So we try to introduce them to the whole concept and make them feel welcome and get a connection with our brand and how we want to be perceived. The special drink here on the NIO House Oslo is called, Norwegian name is Epleslang. which is a tradition here in Norway where the kids will just go in the afternoons, jump into the neighbors' gardens, try to find apples that have fallen down, and then just run away as fast as possible before they get caught, and then enjoy the fruits of their labor.
It's quite busy here at the cafe.
It's getting a lot better. I think people need to understand as well that it's not just a very strict showroom, but you can actually come in here and enjoy a very, I would say the atmosphere is very welcoming once you actually get in here. And that's what we try to elaborate as well.
But I noticed on like outside it doesn't say like cafe or anything, right? It just says NIO House, and you don't know what it is unless you come in here, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody tells you.
So it's a bit of the brand as well. We want to be the NIO umbrella, and then we want to deliver everything we can with high quality underneath. So it's all about trying to build the NIO brand first and foremost.
This is the Epleslang, we call it in Norway. It's traditional with when you steal an apple to your neighbors. So this is apple juice with raspberry and blueberry puree. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Robert, for the tour. And
My pleasure.
Cheers to you.
Enjoy your episode.
Thank you. It's very sweet. It's like